Good evening and welcome to Prague in Czech Republic. It's EA Basketball Nymburk versus Mornar in game day 6 of the Basketball Champions League. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Krevlovka Arena in Prague. The crowd is filling up and expectant here, and they are being entertained royally by Nymburk at home. They are unbeaten in their domestic league and they're in second place in this group, and these are the game day 6 games over Tuesday and Wednesday for Group C. Vefriga narrowly losing to Iberostar Tenerife last night, and it's Gaziantep, Nizhny Novgorod, Nymburk and Mornar and Ross Bamberg versus Perestia Windmasters in the other game. Here are Nymburk, who have played in the last 2 editions of the Basketball Champions League, reaching the quarterfinals in 2017, 2018, losing to the eventual winners, Ike and Mornar. This is their second foray into the Basketball Champions League. Here's the standings. Here are Basketball Nymburk in second, Mornar. They are winless, 0-5, and they're sitting at the bottom of the group. How desperately they need a win or something positive to happen in the Basketball Champions League. But they did win at the weekend in the Adriatic League. They beat Zadar 95-86. Jacob Pulling having a big game, 29 minutes, 20 points. And he'll be needing more of the same tonight. Key players for Mornar is Jacob Pullen. He's number 1 in scoring. Derek Needham, number 1 in assists. And Milko Bjelica is number 1 in rebounding for this team. Also look out for Demir Mokota. He's 3rd in rebounds, 3rd in efficiency. But they need a massive game here, Mornar, from Montenegro. Former Montenegrin champions in the regular season and the full season, the playoffs. Aren't they due a big win? Vefriga really pushed Tenerife all the way last night, and here is Era Nymburk, 16 times in a row the Czech Republic champions. Their main players, Jaromir Borisic, their leading scorer, Ivan Almeida, number 1 in assists and features in rebounding and scoring on this team. Zach Hankins, the leading shot blocker in the Basketball Champions League, and obviously on this team as well for Nymburk, leading rebounder and leading in efficiency for this team as well. And Wojciech Haruban not featuring at the moment on the key statistics for his team, but a great player for this club and a great servant for the Czech Republic. Of course, did so well in the World Cup finals in August. Here is Mornar. Pullen and Needham, the 2 Americans, the 1-2 punch, previous Basketball Champions League experience as well. Sedsahovic, Montenegrin international, not scoring heavily statistically, but look out for him to be a contributor tonight. Brandish Rally Ross, Tabia Waller, Demir Mokota and Milko Bjelica, who I've already mentioned. That is Mornar. Mornar currently 7th in the Adriatic League. They're 4-3. And here comes Era Nymburk, Dejan Booker. They've got some young Americans in this team, young imports to go with the experienced Czech players. Avril from Brula, Czech Republic National Team World Cup finals. Martin Paterka the same. Jaromir Borisic, big World Cup finals for him, and he's the leading scorer for this team. Hayden Dalton, 2nd in rebounding. Evan Almeida, the Portuguese player, 2nd in scoring, 3rd in rebounds, 1st in assists. Martin Krish as well from the Czech Republic national team. Rocco Rogic, number 2 in assists for this team. Zach Hankins, number 1 in rebounds, number 1 in the whole league this season, 2.4 blocks per game. And he's He's averaging 2.4 rebounds per game, more than any other player on his team. So really active, and he had that offensive rebound putback against Gaziantep in overtime to seal the victory for Nymburk in that game. Now Ruben, he's such a key player for his country and for this club. Maybe he's enjoying his supporting role. Just at the moment, for Nymburk to be successful, just having to score 9 points a game, 4.2 rebounds a game, 2.4 assists, 90% from the line. And he averaged 11.4 points a game, 4.5 rebounds and 2 assists a game in the World Cup finals for the Czech Republic in China in the summer of this year. So Mornar lost all 5 of their games by a combined total of 46 points. The closest they've got to win was the 5-point loss that they had against Bamberg. Can they push Nymburk on all the way? Now, Riga did it against Tenerife last night, albeit on their home floor. 18-point lead they had in the third quarter, but just couldn't get the job done. A couple of big plays by Iberostar Tenerife, including a 3 from Nymburk and a couple of passing errors by Riga. So Mornar have really got to bring it together. And one thing they can maybe capitalise on is that Nymburk have the most turnovers per game of any team in this competition. Here's our refs: Oskars Lucic, Tolga Sahin and Steve Bittner from Latvia, Italy and Germany. Top officials for a top pan-European competition. 15 countries around Europe are represented in this regular season. Over 200 games will be played, regular season and playoffs, to find our champion. There will be a Final Four event. Well, there certainly has been the last 3 seasons where a champion will be found next May. Here is the Mornar starting 5. Jacob Pullen, Derek Needhams, Sead Sehovic, Radaj Vujasevic and Damir Makota. They have the job of getting this game underway. Mihajlo Pavasevic is the coach. He's been at Mornar 21 years on and off as a player back in the 70s and as a coach, and he was also Finnish champion for 5 seasons with Espuna Honka. So very experienced 61-year-old Montenegrin, back at the club where he started his 3rd stint as a coach, and he had 2 stints as a player at his club here, Mornar. Now, Era Basketball Nymburk starting 5. Booker, Borishik's leading scorer, Dalton second in rebounds, Holt Hankins leading rebounder and top shot blocker, and Wojciech Ruben, experience at national team level, delivering at the highest level there, and when required will deliver at the Basketball Champions League level as well. Mornar need to improve their assists. They're the lowest ranked team for assists per game, 13.6 assists. Nymburk 17.6 assists a game. And just looking at the statistics from last week's game, Mornar versus Peristeri, Wim Masters, Pullen 16 points, Needham only 8. And nobody has more than 8 points. Lukovic, Makota, Waller, 8 points, Begic 7. So they need some real offensive output and punch tonight to give themselves a chance. And Nymburk last week in their win, a big win in Nizhny Novgorod, 82-73. Borisic leading the way with 16 points. Second leading scorer, Ivan Almeida, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. 2 of their key players, along with Hankins, but they've got such a good supporting cast with Ruben, who can take over a game when required. Young Dishon Booker, who looks great, 8 points, 4 assists as well. The experience of Petra Bender. Pavel Pomprila, 8 points, 2 rebounds last week. National team player Martin Paterka did not play last week. Played for the national team in the World Cup. Martin Kriz, another national team player. Rocco Rogic didn't play, but he is right up there on the assists. He's second in assists. So they really have a team feel as the band strikes up. We all live in a yellow submarine. Will it be a grey day for Mornar? Can they get their first victory? They won in the Adriatic League at the weekend. In white is Nymburk, Basketball Nymburk, and in blue, win possession, going from our right to left, is Mornar. Said Sihovic. Good attack, block shot at the rim. The leading shot blocker of the Basketball Champions League. Hankins right there to stop that attack from Mornar. But Perisic just no good there with his left-hand turnaround. Needham. And how Mornar need Needham tonight. Handoff. Range is 3 points. It's no good there for Mornar. Perisic all the way across. Shots up from behind the arc is just off by Hayden Dalton. And there he is. Vucek. Ruban. That's good defense from Booker. He has a steal again, but 2.6 turnovers for Booker, so he'll be looking to handle the ball better tonight. Shot clock running right down. There's a lot of dribble. Long range shot is taken under a lot of pressure, and here comes Nymburk. Inside out dribble by Perisic. Kick to Booker is just short on the three, and defensive rebound eventually gathered. Adamir Makota. Had a poke in the face there. Still scoreless. It's Pericic's first foul. Said Sahovic. Back outside. An offensive foul. Was kicked back out to Jacob Pullen. It's a slow start for Nymburk, who would, as you say, second in this league. Only Tenerife have been able to beat them. And they attack the basket, step through, and a big slam! Zach Hankins, big moment. Almost sent the defense to sleep, and then he woke up and took off and slammed it on the step through and up and under. Wonderful move. The number 35 in white, Hankins. The response. Shots up, offensive rebound is loose. Makota gets the rebound. Pullen. And there's a whistle. And Hankins just seems to be in and around the ball. He's blocking a lot of shots this time. It looks as though he's committed the foul. Radish Vujasevic. 62.5% from the free throw line. Ties the game. Nice couple of free throws there. Look up. Good movement off the ball. Dalton for three is good. Hayden Dalton. band. In perfect tune, as are, certainly for most of the season here, Nymburk have been in perfect harmony. 10-0 in their domestic league. And just the one loss, 4-1 in Group C of the Basketball Champions League. Balls up, and they just can't get it to go. Mornar Makota, so, excuse me, Vujasevic just couldn't finish, and then straight down the other end. Beršić, lefty, finishing with his right hand, and it's 7-2 Nymburk, and the trap comes. Good pressure by Hankins there. He's hustling back to the half court. Needham, Montenegrin international, played at the World Cup, and he just can't get it to go. Dalton. Reuben. Bit flat on that shot this time. Needham, quick outlet, and he's attacking right through the middle of the defense. Might be a travel if it's no foul. Yeah, Reuben had good position there. Dalton. A really quick whistle. Beršić received the pass. Just trying to half front him was Pullen, and it's not quite big enough. Kick out into the corner, back to Beršić, leading scorer for this team. And the last touch by Reuben. Needham to Pullen. Screen coming across from Vujasevic. Can they get something going? And yet another block by Hankins. 2.4 blocks a game. He's the only player averaging over 2 blocks a game, and that's why. Shot no good. Dalton with the rebound. Screen not used, but he's going all the way to the bucket is Beršić, finishing this time with his left hand. He has come on so much in the last few years since the inception of Basketball Champions League. Straight up the other end though. Good play by Mornar, but they just can't get it to go. Square up shot is off, but Reuben, no one rebounding, no one boxing out for Mornar, and this is not looking good for the team at the foot of Group C against the team one place off the summit here at Nymburk, and a timeout is called by coach Mihailo Vujasevic. So much of a big connection with this club.
Play side. I didn't play side. I didn't hear anything. Why you let him go to the basket? Put the body between the basket. Don't let him go. I ovoga moramo da gradimo. Možemo da zapamtimo. Možemo da zapamtimo da onaj izvede šuter za 3 poena. Možemo li u napadu da igramo pametno? Why you kada open? Every time fast break. We ran balls up like slow motion.
Clearly frustrated, Mihailo Vujasevic, and he's taking it out on Jacob Pullen. Needham just saying, why don't you get your body in front of the player? But here in Nymburk, they move the ball quickly, and when you move the ball quickly, side to side, inside, outside, defense don't quite get across far enough, and that's when the problems start. They start to come out to try and close out, and as they do, the defense attacks. And that's how Bershik was able to get all the way to the basket. Then no boxing out as well with the Ruben scoring. So frustration, but hopefully this timeout will fire Mornar up and they can get back in this game. Well, they certainly do a good job there. And Uros Lukovic straight in the game and straight on the stat sheet. And that was just too far, way too far. Wojciech Ruben just got so deep into the key and he's able to just finish. Good screening off inside to stop the defense getting out to Ruben. Lukovic with the foul. And Ruben really can just fill in the gaps and let the players play around him at the moment, which is a great asset for Nymburk to have. 5 points for young Ruben, and all the way to the hoop, Derek Needham, Montenegrin international. It's his first 2 points. Mornar have got to play defense, and they can't let Nymburk catch the ball so deep like that and then try and recover. Sedzovic. The foul, it's his first. As Booker leaves the game. Such a big game at the weekend for Nymburk. "27 points he scored against Luneta Ustinad Labem, 1-1-12-76 the win there. So they just keep rolling on here in Nymburk, and it's carrying over into the way they play their Basketball Champions League games as well. Just great motion off the ball, but not the sharpest of passes, as Evan Almeida, their leading assist man, 3.2 assists, 10.8 points a game. He's coming off the bench to do that, those sort of figures up as well. Pavel Umpula, another Greek Czech national team player from the FIBA World Cup this summer in China. 0.6 points a game, 2.4 rebounds a game, and 5.6 points a game in the Basketball Champions League as well this season. Inside, just can't quite make the catch. Lukovic, excuse me, Bielica, Milko Bielica, third leading scorer and top rebounder for this team. He's not able to make the catch there on the pass into the post. Umpula, comes Almeida, back to Umpula, penetrate all the way, and he just can't get the left-hand finish to go. That's good attack, but no finish for Bielica. Ruben just catch and shoot, and he knocks down the shot. No hesitation from Ruben in the corner there. They just couldn't get anywhere near him, and they've stolen the inbounds. And real danger signs here for Mornar as Ruben just knocks down the three. He's averaging 9 points a game. He's going to be up to that very shortly if he's not already reached it. And he has. He's surpassed it already in just 8 minutes of action here tonight in game day 6. One shot and done. That's what we're saying. Rubin can just bide his time and just pick his spots to score and have the input, and he's doing that tonight. 5 points from turnovers for Nymburk, and Wojciech Heruban is on fire and unstoppable. Nymburk tonight, 13 points, 100% from behind the arc. He's putting on a masterclass in the first quarter. Mornar Bardu, pull up three is good. Mornar Bar, nice job there. Tebiawala. And defensive rebound. They just got to get a foothold in this game. Need them. They need players to step up big time to have a chance. They're a long way behind already. Great pass and just simple finish. And Urak Lukovic throws it down. 7-foot centre, just using all his height there for an easy finish. Turker's in the game. Tebiawala inside. Turker. And better defence. They've just been able to cut into the lane too easy here in Nymburk. Mornar Bar can just bump them as they start the cut. Just get a hand up in the passing lane. That man will be a lot happier. Halo Pavicevic. Lukovic with the screen and the shot from deep. And Mornar Bar and Jacob Pullen, who had a big game at the weekend, needs to pour some more points in tonight. Ticking down to the end of the first quarter, and offensive rebound, no good, and there's still time for Mornar Bar. All the way, and a block shot. I don't think there's a foul either, but Turker all the way back, kept moving his feet, kept his hands up, didn't reach, and was able to block the shot at the end of the first. Era Basketball Nymburk 24, Mornar Bar 14. Game statistics. Era Nymburk 50% from two, 43% from three, 100% from the line. And Mornar Bar 2 points, 21% from 2-point range. Let's look at some of there was a beautiful fake and step through and throw down by Hankins. That's big time. And no help. Well, no help would have stopped that, I don't think. And then the other young American, Hayden Dalton, knocking that three down. They've certainly got some different looks in this team. And then Barisic, the lefty, just showing he can finish just as easy with his right. And any kids watching and aspiring players, if you can finish with both hands, it's so difficult for the player that's guarding you to work out, is he left, is he right, which way is he going to go? Barisic has that down to a T. And there was no boxing out there as Heruban just finishing, and that was the start of his run. Little reverse layup on the offensive rebound, not impeded at all by Pullen or Needham. And then this was better. Just using force and power, Milko Bielica. They've got to stand up to this here a Nymburk team who are just scoring at will, and that man, Rubin, definitely scoring at will. Enjoying the coverage here on livebasketball.tv. Just as we get underway in the second quarter, draw your attention to the Basketball Champions League app. It's free to download on App Store. It will give you all the information that you need for the games tonight and for all the games that were played yesterday, and every single game, pre-qualifiers and regular season and into the playoffs. Everything you need to know about the players and the teams. It's the Basketball Champions League app, and it's free. Just getting the ball stuck. That's better defense by Mornar stopping the ball, getting reversed, stopping it from getting inside. Bocic in motion. Here comes Almeida all the way through, and to come from one side of the key to the other, go from the right to the left and finishing with his left. It's just not great defense, and he's up to 2 points. Evan Almeida. Mornar Bardu in retaliation. Pavel Pomprila just on the attack there from Pullen. Trying to get over the screen, and quick whistles being called tonight by the officials. That's his first foul. Pomprila. Lukovic with the screen. Wide open shot is coming, and it's just off by Brandis Rayleigh-Ross. Anja Ranius. A bit of up-court pressure here. Bocic. And a little pass inside, but no good by Peterka. Excuse me, Pomprila. Jump hook there went awry. So they're going to keep the pressure up the floor here in Nymburk. They don't want Mornar to get too comfortable, but they get the pass in, but they stay up, looking for a trap. And shots up from deep is good for three. Nice handoff by Rayleigh-Ross. Tabia Waller, they need options, and there was one right there, and there is an option for here at Nymburk. Barisic, Jaromir Barisic, top quality leading scorer for this team, and showing exactly why. Him and Ruben getting started early tonight, the two Czech national team teammates. Ball thrown in, but not able to finish on the alley-oop. But in the end, just can't get it to finish. A frustrated Lukovic. Lukovic, who's been at Mornar since 2017, played for Partizan and MZC Skopje previously, Macedonian league champion with them, and a Montenegrin league champion with Mornar. 66.7% from the free throw line. For the season. Wide open shot is just off by Petrobenda, but they don't retreat on the offensive miss. They stay up trying to get the steal. Turka and Bocic, two Czech internationals. And that's Bocic's second foul. Now, Coach Amir has got to think carefully whether he takes him out, and just thrown in, but just the elevation is not there. The size is there with Lukovic, just not the elevation to catch that and finish at the hoop. Pass into Peterka over the top of the two players that were pressing up for Mornar. Screen wasn't actually used, but it was enough to make Rayleigh-Ross have to run slightly wider, and that was good enough. Mrcic. Almeida crossover. And he's just going to step through and finish off the glass, or attempt to. Good defence, better defence. And Tabiawala protecting the ball. Went behind the back and then back again. And Almeida committing the foul. An unsportsmanlike foul by Almeida, who's been pulled out. He's a quizzical look and a wry smile by Oren Amir, saying, what was all that about? We need you on the floor. You're our #1 assist man. Third in rebounds and second in points per game. But Mornar will take whatever they can. They're in touch, 9 down. And they have the firepower with Pullen and Needham and others stepping up. They have the power, the firepower to give Aaron Nymburk a game. And here comes another problem for Mornar as Petra Bender comes out. Zach Hanking's the leading shot blocker in the Basketball Champions League and the leading rebounder for this team. 7.6 rebounds a game, 2.4 blocks a game. But good attack there by Brandis Rayleigh-Ross. That's Booker's first foul. Ross has made 5 of 5 free throws up until this game tonight. Seven of 7, 2 of 2 tonight, so it's good signs there for Mornar. The team in blue, Aaron Nymburk in white. If you're just joining us here on livebasketball.tv, Berisic is finishing at the basket. Great off-ball ball movement on the weak side. Berisic with the banana cut just came round from the weak side, caught the ball, attacked, and the defence just weren't able to react. Jaromir Berčić, 13.8 points a game, 2.4 assists a game, but 2.8 turnovers. He turns the ball over more than anybody else on his team per game, but he has not looking like turning it over many times tonight at the moment, having a great game for his club. Passes around. They get it back out to a wide open shooter. And Tabiawala wasn't quite able to get the shot off. Ranges inside. They just can't get it to finish. Nemanja Ranjes attacking the basket. Tabiawala. Rayleigh-Ross inside. They need to move the ball quicker. It's almost like Aaron Nymburk are just waiting for them. Great outlet. Good transition defense. Now they're going to still attack. Good job by Mornar. Much better defense. Ranjes. Good defense, getting his hand in the passing lane. 10-point lead for Nymburk, and good block. They almost had the out-of-bounds play sorted. Nemanja Ranjes. Rayleigh-Ross. Penetrate kick. Another penetrate kick. Three-point shot is just short. And Booker with the defensive rebound for Aaron Nymburk. Passes in mid-air, all the way inside. And another block for Lukovic. Spin dribble. And another block by Lukovic. The 7-foot player is proving his worth, and it's a wide open three from the corner is good for Mornar, and that preempts Orhan Emir. It's a cool timeout here on his home floor. That's a much better play, aggressive, blocking shots, nothing easy. Got to make Nymburk work for everything, and they hadn't done that in the first quarter. They're doing a better job of that now. Let's listen in to Coach Orhan Emir's timeout.
Play back instead of going at them. So we take fadeaway shots. You're going back instead of going to rebound. You have the ball, right? You start to go back. Go at them, right? Second thing on off, first of all on defense, right? Make sure you are alert with shooters. All the others can be in, right? Relax. Second, on offense, we need to move the ball. We cannot play one-on-one. They will wait us inside on the blocker. We need to share the ball, all right? We play three.
Big disparity there with points from the bench, but you look at the statistics before we got the game started, and it was Nymburk who were 34 points from the bench and 23.8 per game from the bench for Mornar, and it's the other way around in this game. Massive disparity for Mornar because they've brought in, been able to bring in Waller, Lukovic off the bench, and Rayleigh Ross, and they're having a positive impact. Just a 7-point lead now for Nymburk. They've lost one game to Tenerife 8. Mornar still looking for their first win. Shots up and it's blocked, and there's a whistle. Zach Hankins going towards the hoop. There's a whistle. Let's just see what they've called. End line by Nymburk. Another whistle. Shot clock violation, it seems. And Nymburk didn't seem to realise how low the shot clock was. If that's the case, certainly seemed to be the signal from the referee. So, 24-second shot clock switches across, and Mornar have a chance to eat into this 7-point lead. Playing a lot better this second quarter. Lukovic across. Now inside. Good movement off the ball. They've got to move off the ball. That's just a straight turnover there. Beršić, and that's good transition D. And the javelin pass. But there's two defenders back, including Booker. And Dalton on transition knocks down the three. Aidan Dalton. Lukovic, sorry, Bjelica taking it in. Bjelica gets his own rebound. Bjelica in with his left hand, and Milko Bjelica, great job there. 4 points, 0 of 6 from the field. Hand off Beršić to Rubin and back to Beršić. Dalton catches, shoots, and just short, but ball's loose. But here comes Rayleigh Ross. Shots up for three is just off by Antavia Waller. They've just managed to get through the press. Good job, and they're wide open. And Hankins, Zach Hankins just took off on the runway and threw it down with authority with two hands. He is a problem for Mornar. He's a problem for most of the league. It's timeout here in Prague. Wow, what a move that was. He's already had one big dunk in the half court on the step through, and that was just in transition. Just took that one bounce and took off and threw it down, and here in Nymburk have regained control of this game at the moment. Let's listen in to Coach Mihailo Pavicevic. Timeout. Two dunks will be on the highlight reels later, which you can catch on the Basketball Champions League app. Or if you subscribe to livebasketball.t, of course you can watch the full game and watch the condensed highlights and various different presentations of each game. Plus all the other games, national team games, South American, Champions League style basketball as well. So much on offer through the app and through the Basketball Champions League website and livebasketball.tv. Needham got to regain some composure here, Mornar after that big dunk, which calls the timeout. Right, Zach Hankins. Shots up and is good. Ademir Mokota. Mokota, 3 points. Ruben catches on the wing, dribbles out, little fade away, just out, just off there with the shot. He wide open, he created his own space off the dribble. Raiders back in for Aaron Nymburk. Wide open three again, just off from Mornar, but they're getting some better looks. Almeida. I think travel called on Deshaun Booker. 8 points a game. 2.6 turnovers a game, and there's one of them right there. Merchik. Most turnovers per game on this team. But they're playing a lot of minutes as well, so it all comes with the territory, and they handle the ball a high percentage of the time as well. Bender coming in, doing a job for his team as Hankins. A couple of highlight offensive plays and some blocks. Takes a seat. Mornar. And again, another block, just going left. Baker pulling there and getting his shot blocked. Dalton up, under and through, all the way the other side for Booker. But they get the offensive rebound. Haruban with the quick release, and no problem for Wojciech Haruban tonight, and he knocks down another three. He's up to 16 points as we tick down to a minute remaining in the first half. Second quarter. Needham, Montenegrin international. Needham. Little fade away, that's a tough shot. 11 points a game, Needham. He's up to 4 points already. He's going to need to go big the rest of the game. Shots up by Bender is just short. And here comes Mornar on the run, and they've outrun Aaron Nymburk for the first time tonight. And that's wonderful finish. Petra Bender with the foul as his second. First time Nymburk really switched off and allowed Mornar, who have speed with Pullen and Needham, to get down, beat them back in transition. 86.7% free throw shooter, Jacob Pullen, so we expect him to make that. That's his first one tonight. Handoff, Almeida, still Almeida. Finishes, but foul is on the floor. It's Begic with the foul. They've called the foul and potentially a technical foul there. Is it Almeida again? There was certainly a lot of contact there. Looks as though we got a technical foul, potentially on Almeida. He's already had an something previously with him. Coach R&M here wanting some explanation there. But the referees are calling this really tightly. Any physicality, any contact, they're calling it straight away, both ways. And Almeida's having to come out of the game yet again. He's just shown us having 2 fouls, so that's a Almeida didn't like the contact for sure. And he may have said something. And it looks as though he's possibly been ejected from the game. That's his second technical. He certainly looked to be leaving. There was a technical foul against him earlier, but we'll double check on that. And we'll bring that news to you once we have clarification. So it's timeout as we gather our thoughts, and Mornar doing a good job. They're obviously getting under the skin of certain here in Nymburk's players, so I think it's a good timeout by Oranimir just to settle things down for the home side. Let's listen in.
We need a good pick, and we need to attack this guy, and then we can, all right, go, one side. You don't need to go over. Just pass and you go immediately one side. Then keep corners. If they play man-to-man, we play chin gun. If this guy is low, you can hit him for a shot or a carry. If this guy is playing a little bit higher, you cut and you get the second one. All right, we have 2 shooters. Let him go, come on. This is that out. 1, 2, 3.
Really good job by Mornar. Just 4 points behind here. There's been some ill discipline from Arab Nymburk. And Mihailo Vasiljevic will be very happy with this situation compared with where they were in the first quarter, when things were not going well and the energy levels were low and they were missing defensive assignments and boxing out, and now just 4 behind. Nymburk inbound the ball in the front court. Locic to Booker. Screen coming, not used. Kicks out to the corner. Dalton wide open and he knocks down the 3. Wonderful play out of the timeout by Nymburk. Here comes Mornar. Shots up and just off. as time elapsed here at the end of the first half, which has been action-packed with lots of drama. Big plays from Hankins as well, as we see him in the picture. Half-time, Aero Basketball Nymburk 43, Mornar 36. Looks at the game statistics. 2 points, 3 points and free throws. Nymburk 4 out of 4 and Mornar 9 out of 10, so they're getting to the line very well. Mornar 23 rebounds, 3 more offensive rebounds than Nymburk. 9 assists to 6 in favour of Nymburk. And here's the top scorers: Rubin 16, Burchett 12, Dalton 9, Waller and Pullen and Needham 11, 7 and 4 for Mornar. So we are set very nicely here from a neutral's perspective, and I hope you're enjoying from either team's perspective really, but especially for Mornar. They'll be slightly peeved that they gave up that 3 right at the end, but it was a perfectly drawn up play from the sideline by Aaron Nymburk, with Dalton knocking down the 3 from the corner. But they're in better shape than they were. They've got better momentum, better effort, better hustle, and it's all set up for an exciting and exhilarating second half. So I'll leave you with the highlights, and followed by the plays of the week, and then I'll be back with you after that. Don't go anywhere, we've got a real good one on the go here. Aaron Nymburk are leading just. They're second in the table. Mornar are bottom, but at times you can't tell that with the good play from the visitors from Montenegro. I'll see you very shortly.
Tak ještě jeden pokus, pak si stříhneme. Máme toho hodně. Whoa! naciskává pravou od společnosti Flaming, což je tradiční partner Nymburk.
Lewis trying to find a way through, and he does brilliantly. Couple of hesitations, and he finally got the space, and he finished left-handed. 9 points for Lewis.
Poverty. He just said go to the basket. Here we go. And he gets rejected. And the ball batted out of bounds. It's going to be, look at this, Mr. McAdoo.
5-second difference between shot and game clocks here. Alley-oop, slam dunk. Down big by Tony Roten. More points in the paint.
Off one screen now. What a pass! Oh, baby! What a throwdown! And it's that big fella. And it's number 21, Kamari Murphy. Just caught it off the pick and roll. What a pass by Trevay Simpson. And now the alley-oop. Oh, how about that from half court? And it's Bolster that throws it down. Another assist for Klein. 14 points the difference. No look pass. Oh, and the dunk. Bradovich with the dunk. Every time they attack the basket, they want to rip the ring down. Another alley. Oh, no way. He did it again. Terry is the flying man out there. He wants to rip it all down. I can't believe what we're seeing right now.
Thompson rolling to the ring. Here he is now. Spins, goes along the baseline, throws it down. Well, he had the #1 play last week, and that might be in the top 10 once again. Siobhan Thompson, the reverse over Mustafa Fowl. Huertas. Oh, they find Salim wide open. The flare is good. What execution from Tenerife. Big time shot from Satu Salim.
Extra pass, Saros puts it on the floor, goes strong. Oh! Put an exclamation mark under that performance. But watch this. Highlight time. Saros has been unbelievably good.
Welcome back to Prague in Czech Republic. There's the Mornar Bar game leaders. Waller with 11 points. Ljosevic 4 rebounds. Rayleigh Ross 2 assists. It's a 7-point lead for Nymburk. They are second in Group C. They lead their domestic league in the Czech Republic 10-0. And there's Antabia Waller, 11 points. He's 3 of 6 from behind the arc, so he's been a real spark off the bench. For Mornar Bar. Waller, who's been with Mornar Bar since 2018. Played at Varese previously, and it's his second spell at Mornar Bar. And Gaziantep as well back in 2012, the 31-year-old American from Manchester, Georgia. Can he inspire Mornar Bar for their first victory in the 2019-2020 season of the Basketball Champions League? 4 groups of 8 teams, 32 teams in all. The top 4 in each group will give us the 16 teams that will progress to the round of 16 for knockout basketball. If you finish 5th and 6th in your group of 8, you'll head into the FIBA Europe Cup. And if you're 7th and 8th in your regular season group, I'm afraid your European dream is over for that season. But Nymburk certainly aren't thinking about that. They are second in this table, in this league, or in this group, Group C, only to Tenerife. And with Wojciech Ruben playing like he is, and Bojacic, 2 Czech international teammates. Played in the FIBA World Cup this year in China, and Czech Republic didn't. They do well, finishing 6th, losing in the 5th and 6th classification place to Serbia. So the band strikes up again. Mornar Bar going from left to right. They're in possession, they're in blue, and Nymburk are in the white uniforms. So can Mornar Bar get off to a strong start and keep Nymburk in their sights? Yes, they almost did. The ball just rolled 360 around the hoop, just wouldn't drop. So now Nymburk with Dalton. Little shimmy to the baseline and then fade away. That's a big time shot from Hayden Dalton. Former Back and Bears player. Last inside. This time they do catch it inside, and the throwdown. Just turn and catch, and threw it down by Lukovic. That's big time play by the Serbian. Shots up by Bojacic. Just couldn't get it to go from 3, but he's got his own rebound. Ruben to Booker. And Booker finishing left-handed. He is a smooth player. Sean Booker averaging 8 points a game, 2.4 assists a game, 92.9% from the free throw line as well. Very long player, got good length. And a good pick-up for Nymburk, but he lost his defensive assignment there on the high screen. And Needham knocks down the 3, a much-needed 3 for the visitors, Mornar Bar. And blocked by Lukovic, but Nymburk were able to get the offensive rebound. It's Hankins again, right at the hoop finishing. Pullen throws it up, but too much again for Uros Lukovic. It's just inside to Hankins. He goes to work with the jump hook, which is just short, but he's straight up. It's Hankins, or it might be Ruben who got that tip. Either way, Nymburk increased their lead back to 10 points. Lukovic kicks it back out. Jacob Pullen. And Pullen for three. Barcelona and Sevilla player, won the Spanish league with Sevilla. Shots up, quick release from Ruben, no good that time. Defensive rebound, nice outlet, Pullen. Still Pullen, and he gets fouled by Burčić. Much more intent there from Mornar. Straight line pass, giving Pullen the chance to get to the free throw line. Jacob Pullen also played in the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers. He leads this team in scoring 17.2 points a game. He's third in assists. He's keeping Mornar in touch here in the Basketball Champions League. Game day 6, Group C encounter. Very impressive. Nymburk, Czech Republic, 16-time consecutive years Czech Republic League champions. The Czech NBL. Shots up, and that's a tough shot. Deshaun Booker. Pullen to Needham, and they've lost the ball, and they've got to get back. They need to slow Nymburk down. Dalton takes the quick three. Nice play by Pullen, but he can't get it to finish because Booker made him go the other side of the hoop, behind the back. Booker. Back to Booker, across to Dalton. Inside to Hankins. Spins baseline, no good. And he makes the shot. That's a tough shot. He got to square up and he knocked it down from the baseline. Zach Hankins, leading shot blocker in the Basketball Champions League, just showing he's got some really nice offensive moves as well, down low. And he just misses the free throw, and he gets his own rebound, and he gets blocked by Uros Lukovic. Two big players going at it inside there. Rebound again. Hayden Dalton back to Booker. Booker deep for three, no good, but another offensive rebound. Are these going to really hurt Mornar in the end? Back again, Booker. Right place, right time. He's got good length as Deshaun Booker. Player out of Long Beach State. Coming from Las Vegas in Nevada. And deep, deep three. by Jacob Pullen, showing why he is the leading scorer in this team, and he's nearly up to his average already. 15 points so far. Can Ruben answer? Of course he can. Wojciech Ruben. Massive first half, and now he's just filling the gaps for this team, scoring when required, and goes up, hangs in the air, and he heads to the free throw line, where he shoots 90% on the season. Petra Bender in there in Nymburk. Really nice, relaxed grip on the ball there. Ruben, he's just got such a nice release. The ball just pours out of his hand, it appears, and he's up to 19 points. That's 10 points above his average of 9 a game so far this season. Mornar bar 11 down. Yeah, over halfway through the third quarter. Needham into the corner. There's a whistle. I think that'll be on to Sean Booker. Comes from Tabiawala. He had a good first half. And good play indeed by Demir Makota. He's up to 5 points. Movement away from the ball again by Erin Nymburk. Ruben hesitates, goes left, finishes right at the basket with his right hand. Such a tricky customer, always on the move, always looking for his next attack, and he doesn't hold on to the ball too long, which is what I really like. Ball doesn't stick with him. Needham off one leg, nice pass inside to Lukovic, who sometimes gets the ball back. That was a great flip out. And there's an up fake and a foul by Pullen, and Ruben bit on the up fake. Here comes Radoš Lujosevic, and out goes the 3 times Adriatic League blocks leader, Uros Lukovic, who's had some good minutes here in the second half. Now Pullen. Knocks down the free throw. Nothing but string. Pullen up to 18 points. It's above his average. Excuse me, 17 points. He's at his average for the season. Plenty of time to go. Any more excitement coming here in Prague. Shots up by Dalton. And good rebound. Pullen to Needham. Needham, still Needham. Too much for Dalton there. Lower centre of gravity, just kept pushing and pushing. Second spell for Needham at Mornar Bar, and how they appreciate him being here when he's making plays like that. Waller, Tabiawala. So baseline out of bounds, inbound by Ruben. to Booker, inside to Dalton. Back to Sean Booker. Deep three is good. Just caught the front of the rim on the way down. He looks a real prospect and a great pickup for Aaron Nymburk. He's just surpassed his average for the season. It was 8 and now he's scored 9 tonight. Needham, crossover, pull up for 3, just off. Dalton with the rebound. And a steal, great job by Needham, really quick. Now they need to push maybe while Aaron Nymburk get back into their set D. Good help, great help by Ruben, but I think in the end it's a foul. Kept his arm up as straight as he could, but he might have just let it go forward. That's his second foul. Vosek by Ruben. So 10-point lead for Aaron Nymburk. Waller kicks it out to Pullen, high screen by Makota. Excuse me, by Vujasevic. And the mask being worn by Dalton. Bielitsa in for Mornar. Tabia Waller, still Waller. Tough shot with a hand in his face. And Bender with the rebound. Here comes Sean Booker. Great pass and the flush by the galloping Bender. He just kept going. It's a beautiful assist by Sean Booker. And timeout forced onto coach Vujasevic. They just didn't react to Petra Bender sprinting to the front of the hoop, and he caught the ball. A delicious pass from Booker and threw it down. Let's listen to coach.
Why? Why? Because the ball is there in the corner. Move the ball. Set the screen.
Looking at the highlights, very frustrated again. Vujasevic, they worked so hard to get into the game. There's a block. There's a block by Lukovic, but then Hankins was right there to just finish. And then Ruben finishes, Hankins missed. So they're all working together, all connected defensively and offensively, Aaron Nymburk, and that's why they're right at the top of Group C in the Basketball Champions League. That great dunk by Petra Bender. Another highlight play for Aaron Nymburk. He's got a couple. Zach Hankins. Inside. First time he just couldn't get it, but he gets it the second time. Bielitsa. Good effort to retrieve the ball that was momentarily lost. Ball's loose into the corner. Catch and shoot for Ruben, just off. And there's bodies flying everywhere. It's his first foul. Ruben attacks the closeout, gets to his spot and knocks it down in semi-traffic from the free throw line. 23 points. Spoke pre-game that he's just fitting in as required so far this season, but he's not fitting in as required tonight. He is leading this team from the front. Great pass and the block, or attempted block by Hankins. The NCAA Division II champion in 2018 ends up behind the wrong side of Bielitsa, and that is a foul. He's the leading shot blocker in the Basketball Champions League. 2.4 blocks per game. 12-point lead for Nymburk. Bielitsa. Bielitsa, 78.9% from the free throw line. He's third in scoring on this team, 10.4 points a game. Still only 11-point game as we come to the end of the third quarter, just 25 seconds remaining. 1 second between game and shot clock. Rokic on the ball. Second in assists for this team, 2.5 assists a game. Can he make a top pass to set somebody up to get a shot before the shot clock runs down? Good block by Bielitsa underneath. Him and Lukovic have done a good job tonight protecting the rim against Nymburk, and that is the end of the third quarter. Basketball Nymburk leads 69-58 versus Mornar Bar. So leading scorers, so the leading stats, 2-point, 3-point and more highlights. That was beautiful from Hayden Dalton, just creating the space and a big turn. He's looked shaped to go baseline and then just faded to go to the high side, and this was big time from Uros Lukovic, former player for Partizan, and they played in the Basketball Champions League in the first year. There's Needham off the catch and dribble, just draining the three. Need more of that in this final quarter. Everything's got to come together for Mornar Bar. And Dalton trying to finish with his left hand from the right. The block by Lukovic, but then Hankins was right on hand. And then when Hankins misses, Ruben's on hand. Both teams are the same average height, 1.98 m, 6'6". Here in Nymburk are 3 years younger on average. The roster. They play a very fluid style of basketball and got plenty of options coming in off the bench. A number of players feature in the statistical categories: points, rebounds, assists and efficiency, to show that the workload is shared around. They're not just relying on 1 or 2 or 3 players, where at times Mornar Bar are looking to the Pullums and the Needhams. Xavier Wallace had a good game tonight to really lead for them. So we're into the fourth quarter. Nymburk are leading by 11. And Ruben, you can't leave him open. He is just excellent from behind the arc, excellent from everywhere. You chase him off the three-point line. He's got a great mid-range game and can finish at the hoop. He's up to 26 points. The Czech international had such a good World Cup as well. Shots off for Mornar Bar and rebounded by Wojciech Ruben. Scoop pass back outside to Pumprila. Turnaround shot is no good. by Hankins on that occasion. Wasn't able to get what he wanted. Rayleigh Ross passes across to Needham. Back outside, extra pass, that's good ball movement. And they just can't get the shot to go. Rayleigh Ross just wasn't able to knock it down. Excuse me, Waller. Extra pass, shots up, just off for Ruben. That's better defense by Mornar. Got a hand up on the shot. Rogic, first foul. Vasiljevic just so emotional or frustrated. He's got such a link with this club. As a player, he played here in the mid-70s, played at Mornar. 21 years on and off he's been at this club as a player and a coach. He's had much success in Finland as well with Espuna Honka. Just wants Mornar to get a victory in this regular season. They're going to have to come back. 16 points down, and again, a lot of dribble. Milko Bielica just wasn't able to find an option to get a pass. He forced his offensive option and unfortunately travelled. Stepped through and he shuffled his pivot foot, the right foot. Excellent call by the officials. Pavel Pumpala inside. No good for Hankins, but he gets his rebound. Goes up with the left hand. Zach Hankins. See why he was the NCAA Division II champion. He's only 23 years old, and he was also the tournament MVP as well. Play at the NCAA Division II level is very high level. He was the player of the year as well for his conference, all in 2018. Now in 2019, he's leading here in Nymburk, the Basketball Champions League, in block shots and rebounds. Mornar, can they come back yet again? Rayleigh Ross just they're getting squeezed out of what they want to do. Pull-up J is off for Mornar, but they get the offensive rebound. Big block by Hankins. He's so quick off his feet, and his anticipation and positioning is excellent, but he couldn't stop that one. Great job by Rayleigh Ross. That's a big three. Much needed. Shots up by Bocic, and they get the offensive rebound off the bounce. Mornar just can't get enough momentum. They make a big three, then they give up an offensive rebound. Rogic, cross from Pumpala. They just couldn't get the pass off Bocic, and they turn it over. He's averaging 2.8 turnovers a game. Involved with that one, just couldn't find Hankins, and Mornar capitalise. Milicevic sets the screen for Pullen, their leading scorer. He goes underneath the defence, but they can't get the tip in. Mornar, and just got to keep their heads up. They're only 13 down, plenty of time remaining in the fourth as Petra Bender, who's had a steady game tonight, heads to the bench. Shots up, Dalton for three, in and out, but look who's there. Hankins, jump hook and tips his own. He's got such a wingspan. Nice pass, and one. Are they going to count it? Yes, they are, and Milko Bielica, really nice catch and finish.
Domácí hráč číslo 32 Rogič má na svém bodě druhý faul.
Knocks down the shot, the Montenegrin Serbian, 6'9.5". Good use of his size there. Turkish Cup winner and Serbian Cup winner. And what a play by Dalton along the baseline. Just throws it down. It might have hurt his left wrist as well in doing so. And Nymburk staying in control at the moment. There's a whistle. Vujosevic. Got a 3-second call there, and it's just 2 steps forward, 1 step back for Mornar. 14 down. Wide open, long range 2. He's just off Petra Bender. Shots up, and it's just off. Extension out by Bender there on the closeout. Dalton wants the ball. He hesitates at the 3-point line. Just attacking from the base, from the 3-point line there. Shots up off the glass, that's beautiful. Roko Rogic. 6 points a game. Pullen. Oh, that's a nice pass and throw down. Bielica. Multiple winner around Europe, and he just wants Mornar to get some wins here in the Basketball Champions League, and that was clever by Petra Bender. He just hung in the air. 38 points in the paint to 24, and that is an attempted taking of a charge by Urcic, but it ends up as a defensive foul. He's moving his feet, but just not able to get the charge off Antebiawala. And it's time out here in Prague, Czech Republic. Here, Nymburk are leading. They're second in the group. Mornar are bottom, and they haven't had a win in the Basketball Champions League. They did get a win the weekend in the Adriatic League against Zadar. And there's the Mornar top scorers. Pullen 17, Bielica just in behind. There's just a beautiful form of Ruben, and followed in by another 3, and that's just Hankins being active. It's a Ferris state, and then that was just a catch and throw down on the baseline. Was at Ferris State, then went to Xavier for his final year in NCAA Division 1. And this is his first professional contract for the leading shot blocker. It really is about Warhic Ruben tonight. Just plays so smoothly, leading this team offensively. Doesn't force anything. Makes his decisions really quick, which is great for a team, great for a coach. He's always got his defender moving around. They never get set, whether they're coming out to defend the 3 or he's attacking for a pull-up jump shot or a layup. They're never sure what he's going to do next. Lukovic is in the game, and they've lost it. And here comes Rogic, and he's blocked. What a block. And back the other way for Mornar. Can they finish? They can with a big dunk by Uros Lukovic, former Partizan player. And now trying to drag Mornar back into this game. And they keep the momentum going. And an offensive foul with the off elbow by Rogic. Let's have a look. Watch the right elbow, or the right arm. It's pushed Rayleigh Ross away, and he made the most of it. And Rogic is asking, and that is the correct call, I feel. This is how Mornar have got to play. It's his third foul, Rogic. They've got to play tough. They've got to try and break things up. As Sean Booker, another accomplished young import from America for here in Nymburk. Dalton, Hankins, and Booker all 23 and under. And just when they've done some good play, Pullen dribbles it off his foot. Frustration continues for Mornar. They've got to play a perfect 3 minutes and 40 seconds to get themselves right back in this game. Booker. 15 points from turnovers for Nymburk, none for Mornar, and that's tough. There's another turnover. Here we go. Relitza, but he gets it taken away. Just needed to pick his dribble up a bit quicker. And Nymburk passed the ball up the floor quickly. Ruben to Booker, two pairs of safe hands. Booker off the high screen from Bender. And Ross, Rayleigh Ross, the foul. Just trying to reach through, and he slowed down really cleverly, Booker there, and that calls Rayleigh Ross to go into the back of him. It's a really good-looking player, Booker. Good length, good IQ. Player from Long Beach State University. Shot fake, and the shot goes up, just off. Good rebound by Lukovic. They need some block shots and some scores from him. Into the corner is good for three. That's beautiful play from Mornar. And Tabia Waller knocks down the three. They've got to keep their heads up. Never know. They have the firepower when they click as a team to cause issues for here in Nymburk. And timeout quickly called by Oren Amir.
Ball must move. And we don't turn the ball over anymore. We get a shot every offense. We're strong with the ball. Keep the spacing, and we hit the open man. All right? If they play zone, we play shell. If they play man-to-man, we play three. And we need to work for the ball. Get the ball in the right angle. You pass and you sprint.
Some of the highlights as the band plays on. It's such a great atmosphere here. Ravlovka Arena, there they are. Almost feels like a jamboree, a celebration of basketball, which the Basketball Champions League is. It gives so many teams a chance to enter top-level European competition, and Nymburk right at the top of that list at the moment. They're playing great basketball and they lead here at home. Just 11-point lead at the moment. They've got impulse that they bring in to go alongside Ruben and Bocic, in particular, Paterka, Pumpula, all playing for the Czech national team. You put Booker, Dalton and Hankins with those guys, you've got a really good team, and they're all willing to play the style of offense, which is catch and pass and shoot. And Bocic right on cue, just moving without the ball. Shoots straight off the catch. No hesitation for the lefty. 10-26 now here in Nymburk. 10-24, and now Booker throws it down one-handed off the steal. He's got great hands, big hands, long arms, showing that he's got Good anticipation on the steal there. Booker, 11 points. A steal and a score for the stats man. Shots up and is good for three. And Tabia Waller having a big night. Just averaging 6.4 points a game coming into this. He's up to 17. Burčić back out to Bender. Almost stolen by Pullen. Almost steal it with the sideways pass. Pullen, wide open three is off. Good save by Petra Bender. He's just done a really solid job off the bench. Ruben. Just over a minute remaining, and Aaron Nymburk can just use some clock here. Ruben, no good with the left hand. He was going one-on-one. Pull-up three from deep is in and out, so close. Bender with another rebound. And pass ahead, and Dalton with a big throw down. University of Wyoming's one of their best, their leading rebounder. When he was there, 8.3 rebounds a game, 2.6 assists for the Cowboys. And he was second on the team in scoring as well at 12.2 points a game. That's why Aaron Nymburk brought him here. And we've seen a real maturity about this young man and what sort of offensive skills he's got, as well as being a good defender and rebounder. Mornar to Lukovic. Lukovic trying to pass it back out, but no good. Quick hands again by Reynolds. Another steal. Now, Aaron Nymburk can finish this game comfortably ahead of Mornar. They're just going to run the clock right down. They've had a really good game, smart game. Ruben attacks Lukovic and goes all the way to the hoop. Nothing was able to get in his way, and it's been pretty much that way all night. Wojciech Ruben. He is a top player, and he's proved it tonight yet again. It's Mornar, and Needham will just dribble the ball out. He takes a step back three, just trying to get another 3 points on the board, and just out. And it's another big win for Aaron Nymburk. More frustration this time on the road for Mornar, who are still winless. Final score, Era Basketball Nymburk 91, Mornar 74. Dejected looking players from Mornar, but are happy. Oren Amir and maybe slightly relieved. Mornar pushed them hard for times in that game, but they just had too many options offensively, had big games from Dishon Booker. Solid game for Petra Bender coming off the bench. Zach Hankins again doing what he does, but Wojciech Ruben was outstanding and unstoppable at times tonight. So they march on, Aaron Nymburk. They will go to 5-1 after 6 games. And we have the international break next week. So no games until early December, the first Tuesday and Wednesday in December. The Basketball Champions League will return. Mornar have got things to sort out. Very happy team, and of course, long-time teammates on the Czech national team, and they do play. The Czech national team seems like a club team at times because of the amount of players from one club, and tonight those players really perform well, along with Dalton, along with Hankins, along with Booker. Petra Bender, great job again by him. And here's the game stats. 51% from 2, 38% from 3, 88% from the line for Nymburk. Good job at the line for Mornar, 15 of 18. Good volume of shots there, 40 and 41 rebounds, 15 to 13 assists. Nymburk were leading that coming in, as they were rebounds, and they were leading the steals as well. Top scorer is Ruben, 28, leads all scores comfortably. Pullen, 17 for Mornar. He is the leading scorer for Mornar for the season coming into this. 17 for Waller, 12 for Bilica. It's been overall a dominant performance for Nymburk, and they showed why they are one place below Group C leaders, Iberostar Tenerife. Taking care of business. Just showing another block by Zach Hankins, and then Dalton misses, but Hankins right there. Just no one boxing him out. He's just quick, he's young. He's coming off a really good college career, Division 2 and then Division 1 at Xavier. But they had some moments, Mornar, they just couldn't get long enough stretches of momentum, as you see Belitsa making that score. Just great passing inside and immediately passing to Dalton. That is just beautiful. Triangle passing. No one with Dalton. Waller completely lost him on the baseline. Then Rogic off the glass with good touch. Cullen making a nice play inside to Belitsa. He's won wherever he's been. Long and distinguished European career, and that was clever. Just hanging in the air. He deserved that score. He's worked hard all night. And then the block, big time block. And then the throw down by Uros Lukovic. Worth another look and another look. And this was good moments again, really fast transition play with the three, but then Ovicic, the lefty, just keeping Nymburk in control, which they were pretty much from the start of the game. Mornar got it as close as 4 points, but then plays like that from Deshaun Booker. Another top recruit by Nymburk, fresh out of university, Long Beach State. It's the same university that Ella Clark, GB Basketball International, who's moved across to netball for the time being, attended that college as well. And then just a nice finish for Dalton for another slam. Unselfish play by Nymburk, the multiple consecutive Czech Republic League champions, taking care of business on their home floor. Here's the Group C standings. Still one game being played, and Nymburk are in second. Mornar remain winless, 0-6. Here at Basketball Nymburk are 5-1. So there will be a break next week. There's still basketball going on livebasketball.tv. Basketball Champions League continues. Just switch to another game. It's all live. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. My name's Graham Hiscock. I've really enjoyed bringing this game to you. Good night, and I'll see you next time.